So I tend to fill up probably the top quarter of the pad, I'd say. Then I will tend to start in the middle, spread up and down, then I will go round the outsides. Then I'll work my way back and forth. There's no need to rush with this. We've got time. And what you'll notice is if your product's starting to get a bit thin, it will become almost grabby when you're trying to slide the pad up and down. When you get to that point, if it is feeling a bit grabby, just put a little bit more on the pad. Now, I think for the purposes of this, I've got the right amount of product on. It's still gliding over the surface nicely. So once I feel like I've covered the whole surface this way, I will then do the crosshatch technique. And I can do that in stages, so side to side. And then side to side on this side. Just ensures we've covered the whole bonnet. We haven't missed any areas, but it's working the product in. So a lot of people will put the coating on and then they'll wait. And they'll watch, it's like watching paint dry. You don't need to be waiting. If you can work that product in, keep yourself busy doing something. That way, when you feel like you're happy with how much you've worked it in, you can go straight in with the buffing stage. There's no standing around waiting. I can already see in areas we've got a bit of flashing occurring, which is fine. I'm not rushing, I don't need to rush. And this is a larger panel. Obviously it's a full bonnet, smaller bonnet admittedly, but it is a full bonnet. And again, you don't have to do this, but to me, I'd rather be doing something than sat there watching it. So I've worked that in nicely now. I'm happy with the coverage of the coating on the bonnet. So now it's time to do the buffing stage. You take your cloth, you want to fold it into quarters. So fold it in half again. Gives you a lot of sides to work with when you're doing the buffing. So I'm just going to start off and you're going to do the initial buff. It's just to clear away the excess. And you can go whichever way you please with this. There's no specific route for it, you're just getting rid of the excess. And then once you've done that, you're going to flip your cloth onto a cleaner side. Now the key to this is, you don't really want to be doing this because you will risk on some more delicate paints, putting some swirls back into the paint that you've just spent however long correcting. If you're on the detailing side or if you're a weekend warrior DIYer, you're giving it a nice clean, you like your finish, the last thing you want to do is put swirls into the paint. Now because of the makeup of this product, you may find that there's certain areas that have almost like a smear effect. All that's down to is just leveling the coating. The different additives within the coating that create the slick feel can need a little bit more leveling than traditional coating. So we've used that side and that side. We're going to flip the cloth again to the other two sides we haven't used yet. And we're just going to give a final buff, but look how slick that's gone already. Now, I'm fortunate I've got warehouse lights that are like inspection lights, so I can see all over the bonnet from different angles to tell me if I've got smears or not. And actually, that's applied very nicely, and I haven't got to do any further buffing. But what you should feel, and it's a good marker for when you're applying, is you should feel the cloth go slick underneath your hand. That's a good sign that it's gone down nicely. And like I say, you want to make sure there's no smears on the surface, but I've not got that. All I've got is a lovely slick finish. And that's it, it's that simple to apply. Don't rush it, go one panel at a time. With a bonnet, this is a small bonnet, so I could do the whole thing. With a larger car, we recommend splitting it down the middle, so do one side first, then the other side. You can overlap in the area where you've got to, so let's say you coated this half to here. When you then coat this half, you can come over slightly, you won't see the line down the middle. And if you're doing a roof purely for convenience, split that into 4. You'll be one side of the car first, do that half, or that quarter, then move to the other side, then go around the car and do that quarter, then that quarter. And that's the easiest way to do it. But as far as application goes, it shouldn't be sticky, it shouldn't be tacky. You don't need to spend 5 minutes waiting for it to set, nothing like that. Just work it in for a minute or so, take your cloth, ensure you're folding it into your 4s so that you can use the different sides, and that's it, job done.